Total Body Shaper from Total Image Fitness, and now I'm going to go through a series of strength exercises. Remember, you want to fatigue the muscle when you're building bone and muscle density, so you want to fatigue them. So you need to hold it for about 30 seconds. I am not going to do that in this demo because it'll take you too long to watch it, and it will completely wear me out by the time I do all of the exercises, especially if I have the machine running through the entire thing. You will probably want to allow your muscles a little bit of recovery time, so if you can do legs, then arms, then legs, then arms. You only need about 10 seconds of recovery time for any particular muscle group, so just try doing something different for 10 seconds, or wait for 10 seconds. All right, so I'm going to start off with a bicep curl. You have to remember, the beauty of this machine is you're not going to get a lot of aching pain afterwards. The first time my husband tried his, he couldn't understand why he wasn't sore, and that is because every time this is causing your muscles to contract up to 30 times per second, it's also massaging your lymphatic system, which is inside all of your muscles, and then that is flushing out all of the lactic acid, so make sure you hydrate afterwards. So, to go into your bicep curl, I'm just going to turn it on low because I've been on here for so long. To go into your to go into your squat, that is going to be your first one. When you do a squat, proper form is really, really important, no matter whether you're using machine or a regular squat. You never want the knee to go over top of your toe. So doing a squat like this, very bad. Do not do that. When you do a squat, you want to think of sitting on a bar stool, and your butt's going to go down, and your knees are never going to go past your toes. If you cannot see your toes, then you're doing your squat wrong. So that's how you double check with yourself. So you're going to turn on the machine, you're going to go into a squat, and you can either hold it static, or you can start to do a few pulses. Okay? When you do pulses, it's going to fatigue it in a different way. If you want to double up your workout, I'm always into multitasking, then you're going to add on using the straps as well. So I hold my straps down about here, I go into my squat, and I pull up tight with the arms, and then if I do pulses, this is like doing a bicep curl while I'm pulsing. I can hold it and do it static, or I can pulse. So you're going to do that for about 30 seconds. So you can combine both of those exercises at the same time. When you're doing your squat, you can also do different types of arm movements while you're doing your squats. So each time you're doing some squats, you can do it a little bit differently. You can also crisscross, so you're pulling it this way, up and down. You can put it behind your back. Similar type of move, but it's working different muscles when you're doing that. And you can hold them higher. So all those different kinds of ways of doing it when you're doing a squat is then going to work your arms in slightly different ways. You can hold them out, you can hold them in all these different positions. Okay? The next squat is your one-legged squat. So to do a one-legged squat, you can either stand going this way or this way. And as I said in the last segment, if you're standing this way, don't go close to the edge because it's too jarring on your body. A little bit closer to the center. Just increase the speed of the machine if you want more of a challenge. Okay? So you're going to do a one-legged squat. Stand, support yourself, and you're going to squat down watching that you're not going past that toe. You can either hold it static, or you can do some pulses. With either of these, you can add in the use of some weights if you wish to. So now I have weights on here as well, and I have the vibration of the strap, and I'm doing my squat, so it's pretty intense. Always make sure that you have a hand near your tower in case you fall. Have fun with those. Now I'm going to show you the side lunge and the deadlift. The side lunge, you also get some good cardio workout while you're doing it. Turn your machine on, and what you're going to do is go into a little bit of a squat and then simply lunge up onto the machine. So you're getting some cardio, and you're also getting good work in building up those muscles again. Do it on both sides for about 30 seconds, or whatever you can handle. The next one is the deadlift. To do a deadlift, I'm just going to turn the machine off while I do it. It's fairly intense. You want to make sure that you've done some stretching to bend over before you do this one. Turn away from the tower, flex your legs. You're going to want to shorten up the straps very, very short. And in a deadlift, You're going to, again, not have your knees over top your toes, so your butt is really sticking out there. And you're going to pull up as hard as you can. I'm using these muscles to lift myself as high as I possibly can and still hang on to the straps at the same time. So if you just look at what it looks like, my back is straight. Do not arch your back. You're going to keep your back straight, your head up. Hang on down low. Pull up as hard as you can. And if I turn it on, it will look a little bit like this. Short straps, straight back, squat down, pull up hard, push yourself up as far as you can. That works out your entire body. And 30 seconds of that is going to be more than enough to work out an awful lot of your body. Time for a break. All right, I showed you the plank position in the balancing one. That was more to simply hold your position and work your core by twisting. If you want to build up more of your arms, then you can go into a push-up position on your machine. You can either do a full-on one like that. If you're really strong and want to strengthen the fingers, doing that type of a push-up. I cannot do a full push-up because of the injury to my shoulder. There's lots that I can do with my arm now. That is not something, you have to be careful when you get rehabilitated from an injury, like so many people have done on these machines, not to do more than what that joint is able to do. So you have to be careful on the machine not to end up overdoing it. So you can do your push-ups on here. Then with your arms, I love doing my arms on here. So to strengthen up your arms, simply putting them on the machine here is going to strengthen your arms. So you can either just kneel down and just enjoy that, hunch, arch, turn your head. You can see how much my arms are working, and I don't have it on a very high set. You may want to mix this up between doing intense leg work with then doing arm work. This is really good also. It massages out the arms at the same time, so if you've done a deadlift and really pulled, doing a 30 seconds or so, this will help. Crisscross them this way as well. Okay. From there, I'm going to show you how to stretch out and work your back muscles. If you go to physio and have any type of shoulder problem, your physiotherapist is going to constantly be trying to strengthen these muscles right here. So they will give you exercises, such as with a strap like this, and they will tell you to hold them, but I'm not using my arms. I'm using these muscles right here in my shoulder blades to pull that strap. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine both on here. You can use just the strap. You're going to stand and you're going to pull using your back muscles, not your arms, but the back muscles to stabilize yourself. You need to put a foot on here and really pull hard on that. Then you can add resistance to that at the same time. It's a little fiddling with your length of your straps, but now I'm going to add on that as well. That is working my chest, it's working my shoulders, but mostly focus on getting it to work those back muscles. I do not do very many of these. 3, maybe 5, and that's all that I do on it. It is a very, very intense exercise. All right, the next exercise is a shoulder press. I cannot do this with my injured arm. I can, but I shouldn't, so I'm just going to show it to you without the machine off, so I don't have to turn my back to you. You're going to hold this up high, as tight as you can, with your machine on. Go into a lunge position, and as you go down, you're going to be pushing up as hard as you can. You can either hold it static, or you can go into more lunges. So you're pushing really, really hard on that to get a really good shoulder press. Do that on both arms, okay? The next one is your laterals. To work your laterals, you're going to want to stand off of the machine, and again, this one is a bad one for my shoulder, so I'm just going to demonstrate it for you. You're going to hold the straps so that you don't want them higher than your shoulder, but lower or equal. So you're going to hold your straps tight with the machine running, and then you can again go into a squat so that you are getting that pulsing motion, or hold them down lower, hold it up straight, go into a squat so that you are getting that motion of the arm pulling up and down. If you want to make that more intense, then you can add on the rubber band so you're getting resistance plus vibration. So you're going to go down, you can pull it out, and back in. Again, using your back muscles while you're pulling to do that particular exercise. It's a really good one for the arms, but it is too intense for my particular injury. To do your triceps, I showed this one to you in an earlier segment, but I'm going to show it to you because it also fits in this one because it is working your arms. So turn on my machine and I'll turn it up to whatever is going to work my arms. Now when you're just trying to stretch your arms, you're going to want it on a little bit lower setting to warm up. When you're going to be exercising and working the arms hard, you're going to want to put it at a little higher setting so you can take the muscles. So again, you're going to sit, put your hands behind you. You can see how hard that is working. You can bend the elbows, come up straight, stretch your chest up. To work that some more, you can go to the edge and do some tricep dips. When you're done doing that, because that really works out your arms, and you're going to do as many reps as what you're comfortable doing. For me, 3 reps is all that shoulder can handle. Then I lean back and I let it massage that out, and it helps to loosen up any of the tension that I have and to flush out that lactic acid so that those shoulders are not sore afterwards. And that's your last of the shoulder and arm exercises. We have one more to go. So the last of the strength exercises I'm going to show you for now is going to be working your back muscles again. Before we used it pulling this way. This is similar, but it's going to work those back muscles just a little bit more differently. So you're going to go into a squat position and you're going to hold, make sure that this is straight. Tighten up your straps, hold it fairly low, about knee height. And then you're going to come down, and as you pull up, you are pulling with all of these muscles in here. So it's not so much the arms. The arms are engaged, but it's mostly these muscles that you are trying to make work. So I will turn it on so you can see what it looks like. And hang on low, straighten your back. Use your back muscles to pull yourself down. Engage that back. You can hold it or you can come up and down. To make it a little bit harder, more intense. You can use weights. You don't really need the weights because when you're pulling hard on that strap, it's already adding a lot of resistance and weight. But I know men like to use their weights, so go for it. So that is going to work your back muscles.